Dude, Luke, the printer's still busted. What the fuck, man?
Almost 2 years. Which part of the dress code don't you understand?
So I'm like not getting my girlfriend's Snapchats. Are you working on something?
What the fuck does that mean?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 52 of the Topless Robot Podcast. My name is Ryan.
Sometimes I am Brooks.
I am only occasionally known as Tyler.
Unfortunately, I am always Dan. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day?
Every single day.
Every day you write the book.
Every day he's suffering. Welcome back from 2011, everyone.
It's the 1 year anniversary.
Oh my God! It's been that long.
Yes, today is a special podcast because
we're doing it at
marks the last episode of our first year of podcasting.
We did it. Congratulations.
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 This Neon Genesis Evangelion ending has been brought to you by the letter... So it's been a year.
It's been a year.
Dude, it has. It has been a year.
I can't believe I've survived.
365 days of dealing with you guys.
I honestly...
Well, slightly less for me.
Yeah.
Slightly less. I historically have problems doing a regular weekly thing. And I am amazed that we've managed to release an episode every single week for a year.
We have not missed a single week.
We keep showing up at your house, and it doesn't give you much option.
Well, well, you have missed more than a single week.
I said we in general.
I have not missed a single episode an entire year.
Nor have I.
Well, it's your house.
Dan and I, we're the flakes.
Slackers.
We're the assholes.
And we're recording this a bit earlier than we normally do because right now, as you are listening to this, I am in Illinois, probably listening to this. So, hi, future me. What's up, future me?
Ryan, don't forget to wind your watch.
How have you guys felt about doing this for the past year?
Oh, you're pointing at me.
Yeah.
Why is there?
I love it.
Great. Tyler, what about you?
No, it's
I tolerate it.
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, like, coming into this, I really didn't know what I was doing, and being here for a year has further proven that.
I thought you were about to say that you learned something, because I mean, I think that's obviously untrue.
I've learned to just continue to be insufferable for sure, because I guess people enjoy that. Well, I enjoy it.
I've learned that my pain causes other people happiness. So.
But I mean, like, it's been a lot of fun. We've had interesting guests. We've played some fun games. We've learned to care about each other. Consumed lots of beer and donuts and donuts. A lot of donuts.
So
a lot of donuts.
Mostly beer for me.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's giving me something to do that I actually want to do, as opposed to go to work, which I don't want to do.
Yeah, this was the first thing that I've had that I, outside of my daily job and the occasional Dungeons and Dragons campaign, that I have consistently been at every week for an entire year. That's a long time. I guess Rock Band Mondays, but...
Yeah, that's been a few years at this point.
That Rock Band Mondays was where it started. So I guess thank you for making me a consistent person, I guess, instead of just floating off into the ether. So thank you, Ryan. Thank you. I only exist when people mock me.
Well, okay, I guess we have to stop mocking him then.
No, that's not allowed, because if I have to continue existing because you guys won't forget about me, then we have to keep him alive too.
Did you hear something?
Don't you forget about Dan.
Dan, we will set you free.
God, please do.
Wipe.
How about you, Dan?
I love doing this. This is something that I had not expected to get into at all. So when I got brought on a long time ago, just like, hey, come by and do a couple Let's Plays. We'll see how it goes. And I think I did 1 week of lost footage, and then you guys just said like, "Hey, you want to be on the podcast?" It's like, "Yeah, you bet I do." So that was a great time.
1 week of lost footage. Yeah, that first 3
Topless
hours.
Robot, the lost film.
Every now and then I pour one out for that lost transference footage because it was really good.
That was a lot of fun.
fantastic.
That was
It
a lot
was
of fun.
What could have been, guys? What could have been?
Yeah, and honestly, like I've thought about going back to transference and like trying to record it again, but the moment's lost.
We're gonna step over our old jokes over and like just to try. We're gonna try too hard to recreate it. We fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's lost to the ages.
It's okay. We'll celebrate the anniversary by recording the podcast and then deleting it.
No, we'll just phase Dan out of it.
No, I mean, a big part of what drew me in the first place was I've always enjoyed Let's Plays. You know, people will call them lazy entertainment. I don't care. I like them. I've always liked them, and I always will. Doing one is also really fucking fun.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Megadan Brooks is fucking rad. I fucking love it.
Yes.
And there will be soon.
There will be more soon. I have all of X6 cut. I just need to render it and schedule it.
Turns out relocating is hectic.
Yeah,
But you know what?
relocating is difficult.
What about you, Ryan? How do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if he just like fucking was like, I fucking hate you guys. I'm out, and then he just like threw his mic on the ground and left.
We get a pinata at the end and we bust it open. It's full of pink slips.
All of them are
Actually,
labeled
that'd be a
me.
really great way to fire somebody.
It's like from a long time ago when random employees at Blizzard were getting laid off and they got their good old loot box with the pink slip in it.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Thank you,
That's not
Activision.
happening,
I'm
is it,
sorry,
Ryan?
Ryan.
I honestly didn't know how this was going to go. I had a good idea. I mean, like first episode, Brooks and Tyler had never spoken to each other before we recorded that episode.
Yeah. It's true. It's true.
You know, Dan knew Brooks only as that guy who gets naked and harasses customers, and knew Tyler as a regular, but not probably very personal.
I don't think we ever really talked too much.
No, we didn't really start talking to each other until after Topless Robot happened for the most part.
until it became an obligation.
No, it was already an obligation when you were a customer at my place of business.
But now it was an obligation on my side.
Because you were friends with people who worked there, so I couldn't kick you out.
I tried so hard.
So I feel like I got really lucky in you know asking who I asked to be part of this, and I've been really lucky to like have the opportunities that we've had so far. You know, with this like getting to interview Doc Hammer and Jackson Public was amazing.
That was cool.
And now you know. Getting these other guests, having Chris McCullough on the podcast and stuff like that, I feel like we're expanding and growing slowly. And even if we've all said it before,
Yep.
even if no one was listening, I'd still want to be doing this.
That is the thing I always go back to. So ever since the first time I heard Brooke say it, it's like, even if no one's listening, I'm still having a good time. Whatever.
Yeah.
I enjoy my every Sunday. Like I would not be here.
Yeah.
if
It's just like hanging out, but slightly more scripted.
Not even.
scripted. It's,
I enjoy the best times of my life.
wait, Brooks, do you write
Brooks,
your
you're
own
not
script?
supposed to tell them about the notes I send you.
Well, I'm not even going to talk about the kayfabe we got going on here.
I'm Brooks's ghostwriter, everybody.
Yes,
That makes a lot
I
of
am an
sense.
empty vessel.
Somehow I always knew.
Brooks doesn't have his own personality. Someone else has to write him into existence.
After the stroke, there really was nothing left.
Nothing left but my mind palace.
He's just a meat puppet.
An empty chasm.
Honestly, Ryan, you're really good at editing out the strings that we used.
Get all tangled up in the mic.
Well, he operates all of them with foot pedals, so
Jim Henson's back there.
Weekend at Bernie's, the topless robot here.
Weekend at Brooks's.
But yeah, that's, you know, I feel like I've learned a lot over the past year, just in trying to make this. And I expect that the next year is going to be no different. In fact, considering the direction our ambitions are heading, I think the next year is going to be way bigger and more chaotic.
Sketch comedy.
Sketch comedy is coming.
It is coming. We have our first completed script. We just need we have our first completed script and an outline for a second. Thanks to Kayla for putting words in our mouths and putting some order to our otherwise chaotic thoughts.
Yeah, if you guys could have heard the
Our solid hour and a half of
shotgun blasts
nonsense.
of just nonsense that we were just kind of screeching at her until she went away.
Watching this poor soul sit in the center of the room and frantically take notes about the things we're all saying, sometimes concurrently.
Oh yeah. We should build a scale model of the Death Star and hit it with a dump truck.
We should hit me with a dump truck.
We should blow up Dan with the Death Star. I'm sorry, Death Star TM.
Yeah, I'm excited about where we're headed.
I am too. This is
Well, it has been a long road getting from there to here.
it has.
Yeah,
Some might say it's been a year.
it's been a year.
And that's the podcast,
Time has
everybody.
Time flows like a river. Shatner impressions never get old.
According to some people.
I was half expecting Shatner impressions never get old.
This isn't Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Lucy in the sky.
So,
Con diamantes.
of course, we do still have an obligation to talk about the nerdiest of news.
This is true.
So, something that I remembered that I read today is that Disney has confirmed that Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, Chippendale Rescue Rangers,
And Gargoyles.
all of them are going to be on Disney Plus.
Yup.
Oh, red.
Yup. There are so many good things every day.
Streaming's
I feel
about to get dangerous.
More validated by the 3 years of Disney that I have purchased.
And it'll all come crashing down week 2.
Week 2 Disney will go up. Week 2 Disney's going to go tits up, and I'm going to be really disappointed.
Maybe we shouldn't have built the new Star Wars theme park out of money.
Who knew that would be a bad idea?
They did the equivalent of when you see these new YouTube videos of people repairing their sinks with ramen, except it's just shaved and compacted money to make an entire theme park.
Yeah, I think it's nope, need more.
I feel like Disneyland would be a little less empty right now if that was the case.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, No, I know the reason. They decided to do an awesome thing of make tickets cheaper for like 3 weeks before they opened up the Star Wars park, and then increased prices. So everyone went there for those 3 weeks, and
then
no
they were
one
done.
showed up again.
Duh.
We're good.
Like, what the fuck else are people going to do?
Well, the real reason is because that in the Galaxy's Edge theme park, all of the Build-A-Droid workshop, unfortunately, those droids gained sentience, and they had to quell yet another robot uprising. The last time was when the Hall of Presidents tried to secede from the Union.
See, the problem is they couldn't stop the robot uprising because none of the children were allowed to use their buildable lightsabers in the theme park.
You see? Well,
I think the real issue was when they tried to use the lightsaber building attraction that they have now, but instead of building a lightsaber, you reconstruct Walt Disney's disembodied corpse.
And unfortunately, the peace treaty with Harry Potter World fell through. So the wizard reinforcements never quite showed up on time.
yes. We got to watch out for those R's, everyone.
They couldn't come to an agreement.
Just shoot them before they yell Avada Kedavra. It'll be fine.
This all started over a dispute over the most magical place in the world.
Diplomatic relations have never been the same.
Oh man.
Yeah, I have never been to Disneyland
What?
or any of the California theme parks at all.
I have been once. I've been to Disneyland, and I was at Disney World when I didn't have a brain yet, so that doesn't count.
Sure.
The last time I was at Disneyland myself was 1987.
I don't know. Some of the rides were cool. I really enjoyed going on the Pirates of the Caribbean, like old ass boat ride. That was cool. But a lot of it I don't understand.
I know.
But that's because even when I was 12 or 13 when I went, my joy for existence had already begun to wane.
Yeah, like
Dan's coming of age to a world weary old man started a lot earlier than most of ours.
My coming of age was not an interest in people of the opposite sex. It was an interest in death.
sweet lady death. Hold on him early.
But yeah, when I lived in Florida, I went to Busch Gardens, went to Disney World, and Universal Studios, and stuff out there. And when I lived in the Midwest, I went to Six Flags, every once in a while. But as much as I love riding roller coasters, I hate waiting for roller coasters.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's why the only time I've ever been to theme parks is literally at opening.
Although the Riddler's Revenge ride at Six Flags has a constant loop of a special mix of the old house song Ecuador by Sash from the 90s. They did a special mix of it called the Bruce Wayne mix. That is just this. Basically, you're just standing in line in a rave for like an hour and a half. But the music loops.
You're not enticing me.
Yeah, you're smiling, but
I enjoyed it. I found the song, so I love the song.
wow, okay.
I mean, when you're standing in line, when you're a teenager that doesn't get out much, standing in line with exciting music is kind of fun.
I know this is hard to believe, and stop me if this is too shocking.
How many
but
times?
At one point, I did have a yearly season pass to Disney.
Oh, yeah, that's not even...
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
Duh.
I'm not
Be
shocked.
still thy beating hearts. I know, that's crazy.
Yeah,
You're a madman.
not surprising.
I know you hate when I call you wholesome, Tyler, but you don't help your own case sometimes.
I love musicals and Mickey Mouse.
He's gonna have the softest birthday ever.
Oh my God, we have
We have to throw Tyler a soft birthday
we have
party.
to throw Tyler a soft birthday party.
What does that mean?
It's the softest birthday party ever.
It's so soft.
But I need
So
alcohol at my
soft.
birthday party.
It's gonna
Oh,
be
there
the
will be.
softest birthday
Do
party.
you like Appletinis or Cosmos?
Ooh.
exactly?
Apple
exactly.
teenies, please.
Apple teenies are superior to Cosmopolitans.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong.
I
But
will definitely. I will drink myself some apple teenies on my birthday party. Please continue.
Oh well, that's all we're gonna tell you.
yeah,
No, that's all I need to know. I'm signed up, bitches.
Note to self: we have to find one of those Mickey Mouse impersonators that hang out in Hollywood. The bad suit.
Those nightmare Mickey Mouse
no.
that smell like
We throw 'em-
cigarettes and alcohol and a little bit of throw up.
We throw him a super soft birthday party, and then get him a clown.
Yeah.
Please fucking no. I've already been almost
he's getting a
anally
clown.
compromised. Speaking of early episodes of our
clown.
podcast that we've talked about.
One of those people who's afraid of clowns for no good reason.
No, I had a clown try to stab me in the butthole with a chainsaw.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was before Dan.
Oh.
Clench or Stench is the name of that episode.
Episode 3?
Something like that.
Clench or stench? View it now on our archive on toplessrobot.com.
Don't point things. I'm not going to do anything.
I know.
Right here.
There's not an icon to click here.
Oh, there is an icon
me, there
to
is.
click here.
So,
Rocket launcher.
We had to do it at least once.
Podcast launcher.
oh my God.
Cool.
Freddy Kroeger.
Freddy,
All right.
Frederick Kroeger. What are the other ones? Are we in a time loop?
Are we in a time loop?
Are we in a time
Croutons on
loop?
the word salad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
croutons, the word salad. If
We just like just get like a
list.
like a Star Wars style list of
please list your favorite topless robot callback.
I thought you were about to say cod pieces.
I did watch a little history of men's underwear before I got here.
Can we make a line of topless robot cod pieces, please?
Topless rod pieces.
I hope you're all wearing your branded topless robot jock straps.
You know, I learned the history of this today too.
Ryan's is blue. Dan's has a beard. Mine has Mickey Mouse ears.
And mine is
Brooks has never stops talking.
no, it's a Furby.
Wow. That'd be beautiful.
So, game came out on the Switch the other day.
Game came out on Switch. Hooray.
This is actually where we are putting placeholders in because it's only been 3 days since our last podcast. We don't know what's happened this
game came out last weekend. Boy, are we excited.
I'm about to talk about a real game.
I do not experience excitement.
Game.
So, this game Blasphemous came out on the Switch the other day. And
Sorry,
it's-
I'm a God-fearing Christian. Can you please not use that kind of word here?
Why are you here? Like that dude on
I
the
deserve this.
Holy water! Holy water! Holy water!
You're like that dude on the hard drive hangout, that weird Christian guy that's
Well, see, holy water won't do anything to him.
it's just gotta be pee.
Oh, yeah, that is a pee bottle.
I am very moist right now.
You need unholy water. D&D 101, Ryan.
Yeah, come on.
Negative energy.
Or you could have
We
used
tried giving him. We've been giving him negative energy for a year.
No, I
If
mean, like,
anything, he's gotten stronger.
I mean, like actual cursed profane energy.
This isn't even my final form.
then shouldn't you touching him just burn his flesh?
So this game Blasphemous is like it's like a combination of like Castlevania and Dark Souls.
it's a Dark Soulsvania, if you will.
I'm sorry. I haven't thought about this for a while, but the good old gaming journalism craze of comparing everything to Dark Souls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But this is intentionally, clearly crafted with Dark Souls in mind.
I
Bloodborne
think
Castlevania.
mostly aesthetically.
And some elements of gameplay. So like
The health potions as well, restore when you rest.
The health potions, and when you die, you become sinned or something. So like your special meter gets like barbed wire wrapped around it. And that becomes its new limit until you go back to where you where you died and recover your sin.
Or if you die a second time, will it come back? Like, or will it just continue to go farther and farther?
Continue until you can find someone to absolve you, or until you can recover your corpse.
Oh.
So in the same sort of sense of like having to recover your souls and stuff like that.
Well, I have some bad news for you because I tried your save file earlier when you handed me your Switch, and I did not know that was a mechanic. So one of the times that I died, I never went back. So your special bar is partly cursed. The game's really cool, though.
And
Yeah.
how?
The animation is fucking awesome. The art style in general and the enemy designs.
I looked it up when you
bonkers.
sent that
Yeah, dude.
message. It looked really interesting.
I got beat to death by a giant person wielding a deer corpse.
Yeah.
Pretty normal stuff we see in the Midwest.
I'm into it. I will be buying that game for
And
sure.
one of the early boss fights, there's this cutscene where you take off the big pointy helmet that you wear.
It's a
The
really
big-
funny hat.
Yeah, pointy, it's full face mask and everything, all stone and stuff. You take that off, you slit into the boss and fill it with blood, and then put it back on your head.
Yeah, and it's great because when you use your healing potions, they're a glass vial, but you're wearing a stone mask. So where the breathing and eye slits are, you just smash the glass over the mask, and presumably you're chugging potion.
Sick.
I
Yeah.
don't think my mom would let me play this game.
Well, you are a God-fearing Christian, but this is a game about self-flagellation and absolving yourself for your sins.
It is.
I mean, which admittedly did go out of style in during the Crusades.
But yeah, I highly recommend it. It is
I love
very cool
the
game.
art style that I saw when I was looking it up because it looks beautiful.
Seriously, the creature
in a
design
creepy
is so
way.
awesome.
Is it a Switch exclusive?
That I'm not sure about. I don't think so.
Let's see.
I think it may be available on other things, but considering how your computer
does
handles
look
Katana
like
Zero,
his-
I don't think that it's going to do it much better with this.
Yeah, not going to happen.
It is not exclusive. It's on everything. It's
So on,
But of course, I got it on Switch.
on
because-
thermostats and smart
Switch.
kitchen fridges near you.
everywhere. Yeah, it is a really creepy fucking looking.
Yeah,
game.
it's awesome.
I like creepy looking games, and I do look
goodness.
forward to playing it.
Also in news, our good friend John with Collector Vision and Game On. Collector Vision's game Sydney Hunter and the Curse of the Mayan comes out tomorrow.
Ooh.
And so that means if you're listening to this, it is out. It is available on Switch, and you should be playing it.
And sometime in the
and we will be playing it.
we
Yes,
are going
we
Play the
will-
game where Tyler loses a thumb.
We will be doing a Let's Play in it and doing probably a little mini review as shorthand. Have either of you played your
I
copies yet?
have not.
Admittedly, I forgot because it got lost in the whirlwind of the convention.
Yep.
Yeah.
So by the time I was done with Game On, brain no work no more.
Am good, think.
I've played a little bit of it, and just right out the gate, he told us that there are a lot of like kind of jokes and references and stuff like that. Right out the gate, there's jokes, and it's very entertaining. You encounter a few people with whom you can engage in conversation, but they speak to you in symbols. And so you have no idea. I'm like, okay, I guess I just will end up finding something that translates that eventually. But
Are they
there's
speaking in
these
wingdings?
dudes around.
You know,
Basically.
get out of my head, Dan.
But
Maybe you could actually translate them going into Microsoft Word and changing the font to wingdings. That'd be a great fucking like.
that would be a
Easter
terrible mechanic.
Did I snatch one of your jokes from the ether before it reached your brain?
Yeah, but before it left my lips.
egg. Spend too much time together. This podcast is
Wingdings.
So you end up finding this crystal, and it's like translation crystal. You may now understand what everyone says.
And you go back and
so
it
you
just
go
says-
back and you can talk to them, and one of them says, "You have to get this translation crystal." And it's like, just kidding. You didn't need anything. We've just been talking like idiots the whole time. Like so making it so
Yeah.
they're playing a joke on you.
Got played.
Yeah, all right. A victim of a caprice.
But
Cannot
yeah,
follow.
and from there it's
I'm more of a fan of Caprese.
very satisfying controls, and it's an old school game, man. And it's
I'm
fucking
actually
great.
I am bummed that I forgot about my key because I still really want to play that game.
Yeah.
I remember talking to him about it and like beating him to the punch. Like, does it have this god? Does it have this god?
Yeah.
And I was right, like all the time. It's fucking great. It's gonna
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah, you two vibed hardcore there with the
Yeah, right.
Mayan gods.
Maya gods.
Maya
gods.
yes.
You're right. Yeah.
Like the club.
No, not like that. That's a bad place. Don't go there.
That's a very
anyway.
good place.
Let's not give that place airtime.
But yeah, from what I've played of it so far, I've really enjoyed it. I need to spend some more time with it, though. Thank you to John and Collector Vision for providing us with some review copies of that.
So here's the thing: before we play it together, should I get really good at it or not know what I'm doing?
It's a very good question.
What if
Always more fun to
What
do
if-
it live.
What if you just get good at it? And you finally get your glory.
Scripts.
You,
Yes.
you finally get your glory day in the sun.
Oh.
It's not going to happen.
Until we find out that he sent you the wrong game.
We should
to do like a training.
We're playing Doom on Topless Robot.
We do like a training montage of me playing this game, and then we get to it's like it's my day, my reckoning, and then it's a
Cancelled.
different game. Why?
But yeah, I don't know on that one. We'll talk about it off the podcast.
Of course.
But either way, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to record some footage in that. That'll
Yeah.
be a blast.
And though I'm sure we'll bring this up again before it happens, but I think we should hype up as much as possible the 24-hour stream that we'll be doing on November 2nd.
Oh yeah.
Because typically it hadn't been Topless Robot affiliated necessarily.
It was
Last year.
Last year was affiliated, but it
was the
wasn't
first time.
exclusively run by Topless Robot. We had open time slots for the people to sign up.
yeah.
So this year, we plan on doing a
This
Jackbox
year.
party slot from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., but everything else is going to be run and managed by the four of us.
Yep.
So
Hooray.
And actually more than just the four of us. All local Topless Robot crew.
hell yeah.
Bring in the clowns.
And I mean, now's as good a time as any. If you listen to the last episode, you met Kaylin from Snailmate, and I said at the end of that episode that I was going to try to convince him to become a part of Topless Robot. Well, Kaylin's a part of Topless Robot now.
I'm actually
Our empire grows stronger every day.
I'm actually pretty sure you didn't. You said that, and then he said, "Yep, I'm in." I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure how that ended.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise.
So yeah, he's officially part of the team, and so you're going to see more videos involving Kaylin in the not too distant future. One that will probably be up before too long will involve us opening some pogs.
Excellent.
Pogs,
Yeah.
like POGS or P.
Pogs, yeah,
Yeah, like-
yes.
Like the archaic game your ancestors used to play.
So partially from my curiosity, in addition to I already know a couple answers that I have, do you guys have any plans for things you want to do for Extra Life as far as what we want to take some of our time to play?
Yes.
Got to do some Mario Maker.
Okay.
We have to. We should probably play. Oh wow, the game that we were just talking about,
Sydney Hunter.
Sydney Hunter. Thank you. We should probably play some Sydney Hunter.
You could probably
Streets of Rage 2.
We have to do some Mega Dan Brooks.
Yeah, we do. We do.
There are 2 games that I can beat in about an hour for each of them. So I'm thinking some speed runs too.
I would
Fuck yeah.
like to play some Rock Band, but I don't think it can.
Yeah, no,
It wouldn't work too well.
Yeah, it wouldn't work.
It's
out
mostly because of the.
copyright and stuff like
stuff.
that. However,
Put stock
we
music
will
over.
we will have rock bands. So this year, we're trying to plan things out significantly more and make it a bigger production. And so we will be joined by the bands Fygar and the Mini Bosses during our extra live stream. And they will be basically doing little sets when we're between blocks and stuff. Mini Bosses will probably join us during the day on Saturday. We didn't say the date. It's on Extra Life Day, November 2nd.
I said November 2nd.
Did you say November 2nd?
He
We
did.
glossed over it.
No one actually pays attention to you, Dan.
Did you hear a noise?
He
Dan?
wishes that were true because then he could stop.
Yeah.
We pay just enough attention.
The djinn that cursed him has laid out some very clear rules.
It's pretty much the equivalent of like when the screensaver on the TV starts bouncing back and forth. You just hit a really quick button.
You let it turn on and immediately turn it off
and then
over
just
and over
stop paying
again.
attention. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I missed everything that you just said.
good.
So, Fygar and Mini Bosses are going to be playing music between some of our gaming blocks. And we're going to be going from 11 a.m. Arizona time until 11 a.m. Arizona time on Sunday, which means that our stream will technically be an hour longer than everyone else's stream because we don't observe daylight savings time. So
Correct.
while everyone else is falling back on Sunday
We surge ahead.
and technically doing a 23-hour stream, unless they go until an hour after the time that they started, we will be doing a proper 24-hour stream from 11 a.m. to 11 a.m.
That's
Can we
right.
officially say it that we're the home of the only 24-hour?
Probably not. I mean, shit, we can say whatever we want. It doesn't make it true.
I can shoot lasers from my hands. And bagels are
He just
kryptonite.
chooses not to show us. It
No. It requires too much effort.
would be gauche. But yeah, we've got. I'm going to try and bring out some other friends and some other surprises for that. We'll see what ends up panning out. I don't want to announce anything until things are set pretty well in stone.
Did you get that Elvis impersonator?
And we're still in the organization phase of it, but regardless, it is probably going to be the biggest Extra Life stream that we've done yet.
Yeah, get hyped for it. I'm
Yeah,
already
it's
hyped
gonna
for
be
it.
awesome.
Fucking pumped.
And you'll be able to watch that. We're going to be streaming that on our Facebook page, on our YouTube, on our Mixer. Yes, we have a Mixer. I know you don't know about it, but we've got a Mixer. And on our Twitch. We also have a Twitch. I bet you didn't know about it, but we've got a Twitch.
Because we don't use them.
Yeah.
Soon.
But,
Eventually.
we're also throwing around the idea of maybe having some donation incentives going on.
Yep.
So if any of you do have some suggestions for some donation incentives, perhaps suffering-based donation incentives,
If you give
Every
us $1 million,
$25, every single $25 donation.
Yep.
and
If
by
you
that
give
we
us $1
mean
million,
every $25 milestone, you don't have to donate a full $25 because we
No.
want to spray Tyler.
Every $25 as a single donation.
Really?
Is so like if you donate exactly $25, that's you saying you want us to spray Tyler.
See, I thought you were going to say, like, you could give us anything and we'll spray Tyler.
Well, I mean, technically, yeah, but I like,
Okay.
there are going to be milestones for like, goals for like milestones. Like I'm actually willing to put my beard on the chopping block.
goodness.
That is not something I'm willing to do.
For $10,000, you can get Dan to care.
For $1 million, we'll kill Dan on camera.
God, please.
Considering last year we raised $1,080. This year, if we hit once we hit $1,080,
We'll take 1,080 shots
Actually-
each.
Nope.
let's just say if we hit $1,100, I will shave my beard.
Do it for the
stream.
kids.
Win one for the Gipper.
And depending on how much, if any, Malort I am able to acquire.
I am willing to drink copious amounts of a disgusting beverage.
That may be.
Though we may be filming at a bar, when the bar's on off hours, we do as we please.
Yes.
Which means that
When the lights come
I may
on.
have to make up for some lost time. Or just do it out in the parking lot.
Just remember that we have to keep streaming for 24 hours. We have to stay somewhat coherent for 24 hours.
You are more likely to keep me up for 24 hours if I'm not sober.
The
Yeah.
less drunk Dan is, the more sleepy
It's
he is.
been a long time since I've pulled an all nighter, and booze helps even me. So
Fair enough. Yeah. So get stoked for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's November 2nd.
Get pumped.
And if you are local to the area during bar hours while the bar is open, you're welcome to come down and catch it live. And we'll be doing the Jackbox party games from 8 p.m. until 2 a.m., which are a ton of fun.
For those of you who don't have a backlog of our previous episodes memorized, the bar is called The Grid.
Yep.
The Grid.
The grid, the grid, the grid.
Located in Mesa, Arizona at Gilbert and Broadway. So yeah.
Now
I'm
you've
really
got a
excited.
friend in the gaming company.
God. Ah.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I'm excited. I
yeah.
am excited.
I was excited for it last year, and I had to work through the majority of it. This year, not happening.
Yep.
I've already got it covered, just so everybody knows.
Dan's ready to play.
Yeah. That's gonna be
I will miss the very beginning of it just due to work.
Oh, sure.
But I mean, you guys got me after 6, so
I'll be there the whole time. I might be asleep for part of it. I am not able to stay up 24 hours anymore.
You're not allowed to sleep in the bar until after bar hours.
That's fair. I can stay up.
But you can sleep in your car, as long as it's not on.
True. I can stay up until after 2. I'm not old. I'm not that old.
So, you guys have been really excited and talking about this new Kevin Sorbo film.
I feel like excited is the wrong
I think
word.
excited.
I think the right word is
absolutely the right.
Oh man.
Jasmine recently brought to my attention a brand new film starring one Mr. John Travolta
Yeah.
Is he still acting?
He did it for the Nookie.
called The Fanatic,
Yes.
and it is written and directed by Fred Durst.
Oh, I've known about this for a little while now.
These are words that should not be in one sentence.
It's John Travolta playing a clearly just mentally ill person with a very bad wig. Like, he looks awkward, and his acting feels awkward.
As a John
and
Travolta
Devon
God.
Sawa is his target of affection. You guys may remember Devon Sawa from Final Destination, from
Jesus.
Idle Hands,
Yeah.
SLC Punk. He's the one who took acid, thought his mom was a bull, thought Satan had killed his mom and replaced her with a bull.
Normal stuff.
Yeah. So it's cool to see Devon Sawa acting again.
It's cool to see John Travolta acting again.
It's not very.
Or
So
cool is not the word that I'll use for the
Devon
at this
Sawa
juncture.
basically plays an action actor, and John Travolta plays his super fan. And I watched this little review, and the first line that John Travolta has in this whole movie is like, "Can't talk long, I gotta poop."
Thank you, Fred Durst.
There is actually a moment in this when Devon Sawa's character is driving his child to like school or something, and the kid puts on Limp Bizkit on the radio.
God.
Very cool.
Of course they do.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, you like the biscuit? Yeah. I used to love this when I was a kid, like that kind of shit." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wow."
I'll have you know,
This
son.
whole movie.
I
Did
did
you
it-
watch this whole
I
movie?
only watched a review of it.
Oh, okay.
But this guy who was reviewing it was like, "I went and saw it in the theater. I was alone in the theater. This is the most perfect movie. Everyone needs to see it. It is horrible."
Son, I need you to know, I recited my wedding vows to the beat of Did It All for the Nookie.
I served at the reception chocolate starfish and hot dog flavored water.
We didn't say I do. We said, yeah.
Come on. I always thought that when Goofy in Kingdom Hearts, when he's just like, "Come on," it sounds exactly the same. So that's why I couldn't finish Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, man. That's a thing. And apparently this is not like the first time that Fred Durst has directed a film.
I've heard that he's done a few.
done a few with actually fairly good success.
But how many of them are not on Pornhub?
So, do you have any names that I would recognize?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but
Okay.
when the dude, like the review that I was watching, when the dude listed him off, I was like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, I remember hearing about
Wait,
these."
The
and they were
Education
fairly,
of Charlie Banks
yeah, like
Really?
these were like fairly well received,
and The Long Shots.
So, Fred Durst might not be a terrible director, is what we're saying?
Yeah.
Be
Okay.
cool? What? What?
He did not
No.
direct Be Cool.
No, he had to have been in that. I'm looking at the Google.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he must have been in it.
Unless Fred Durst has a time machine.
Well, so I will say, as much as I want to make fun of him, the lack of enjoyment I have for his music doesn't mean that he couldn't be a good director.
Yeah, and also, I mean, he's clearly successful because
Yeah.
we're making fun of his music today.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been relevant for how long?
Ever.
Yeah. It was never relevant.
No, it was totally
Education
culturally relevant for a chunk of time.
The Education of
Culturally.
Charlie Banks was a Fred Durst directed movie. That's with Jesse Eisenberg and Jason Ritter.
Yep. We have Korn to thank for Limp Bizkit because Jonathan Davis discovered Limp Bizkit.
I don't even want to thank Korn for Korn existing.
Oh man.
I want to thank I want to thank Fieldy for teaching me how to be a real bass player.
There's that moment
Hold
where
it directly upright and just smack it a few times. Make sure that it has more than 4 strings.
That sounds
and
like my
all
Friday
of the
night.
strings that it has are tuned to the lowest that they can possibly be.
Oh, yeah.
While still making a tone.
You're just creating a rumbling soundscape.
Yeah.
I remember I was getting to know one of my coworkers, and I was talking about how much I like metal and stuff like that. I was wearing like an Iron Maiden t-shirts that came up, and they were like, "Yeah, this guy used to really be into metal. Korn was my favorite band," and I'm just like, yeah.
See, now I do remember liking Korn. Unironically liking Korn.
I don't mind corn. Corn's, you add some butter and pepper.
It comes out in your poop.
It doesn't digest well, but it tastes good.
Look, I'm not saying that they have any nutritional value.
But it's good filler.
They come out the exact same way they went in. But
I like it when
Boy, do
it's
they
candy.
taste good.
they the like first album, it was something new at the time. When that first came out, it was just some new heavy sound.
Yeah, and I mean
It's different.
the whole new metal genre was definitely successful and influential.
Yeah.
I just didn't care for it myself.
I don't understand because I'm not a big fan of new metal, but I also don't necessarily get the just the extreme hate that's generated towards it.
Have you ever hung out with metalheads?
I mean, okay, maybe the people who listen to new metal are not the best people in the world all the time, but it's
metalheads don't listen to new metal.
Yeah.
Not usually.
Or they won't admit it.
I didn't say metalheads that listen to.
No,
When I
he
die,
said,
burn my Korn
have you ever
CDs?
hung out with metalheads?
Oh,
And you went on. Well,
sorry.
I didn't say talking about the people. Yeah, those aren't the people that listen to new metal. When he says metalheads, he didn't say new metalheads,
fair.
like the new radicals.
Yeah, new metalheads have dreads.
And that tried professional hacky sack at some point in their life.
And we're trip pants.
And trip pants. And they hung out on the quad.
And they've got their trip pants have bondage straps.
Yeah. No. Metalheads are incredibly judgmental of all things new metal
Yeah.
I know.
because it's not metal.
It's not. But it's
Oh, I won't go that far.
Well, I mean, as a fan of metal and as a guy who hung out with a lot of metalheads, it falls in the criterion. It's just not my criterion for what I enjoy. So
Yeah, but it's heavy music.
yeah,
Yeah.
Bitch,
It's
all you want. Like I would call it metal.
loud.
I would call it metal that I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, when it came out at the time, it was something new and heavy is what myself and my angsty friend group were going for, and got into. I still got down to Weezer's Blue album more and Red Hot Chili Peppers more than anything else, but because say what you will about Red Hot Chili Peppers now, I don't give a fuck about any of that. Blood Sugar Sex Magic is an amazing album from beginning to end.
See, when everyone was getting into new metal, I was getting into good old fashioned emo music.
And while
Oh,
you were
boy.
getting into emo music,
See,
I
emo
was
is a boat
studying
that I
swords.
missed. Emo is absolutely
It's
a
the
boat that I
blade.
missed.
I can understand why.
That's the meme time.
Also, by the time I was getting into emo music, you were probably
35.
23.
Yep, probably, maybe older.
52.
At that point, he was
Not even as like an insult. Like
let's see.
you missed the boat. You were too old to like be part of the teen craze
20
that was emo music.
He was
So-
finally over the death of Buddy Holly.
13 years ago, I was 23.
13 years ago, I was 13.
Yeah, I mean,
17.
I was 13 years ago. I was 15.
so I don't know if I have, like now that I've essentially confessed that I was into new metal in the 90s.
Whatever,
I mean,
I
you
just
do
confessed to
look, you do
liking
look
Hawthorne
like
Heights
someone
and
who maybe at
Chiodos,
one
like-
point in time did like new metal.
There, I don't know that I've ever confessed this, but I used to be able to recite pretty much every song on the Great Malenko.
You've told me this.
I don't know.
Insane Clown Posse.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta go. I know how magnets work. Scientists be lying and shit.
No, I truly believe that it was. I mean, they're smarter than they let on because
Oh, yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
all a
They're
huge.
pandering to
Absolutely. No,
My friends in downtown Brown have played the Gathering of the Juggalos on multiple occasions. My friends Psychostick have played the Gathering and have nothing but good things to say.
I've heard a lot of good things about them.
And Downtown Brown has actually collaborated with them. They're on one of their compilation albums.
Oh, that's cool.
Their album of covers. Downtown Brown provided the music for it. So,
Well, I've always hated Juggalos a lot more than I hate Insane Clown Posse. Make that clear.
Yeah,
I don't like
same.
any of
They're
I don't like
pandering-
any of Insane Clown Posse's music. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
my
not my
style.
jam.
But like, they don't do anything particularly heinous. It's the people
It's
who
the
like them that do
fans.
things that are heinous.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of real redneck out there.
Oh, yeah.
That, but I
Fago and meth rips.
Was it the Juggalo mom whose like young child died and had a bunch of advertisement stickers and Fago stickers all over the baby's coffin when they were lowering it into the grave?
So
Yeah, dude. That was real. There were pictures. I know. It's bad.
Just post that picture of
401
Ryan's
out.
shocked face.
pour some Fago out.
Like,
No.
pour some Fago mixed with baby formula.
you know, if I could take it back and say, like, give someone the benefit of the doubt, like maybe they couldn't afford the funeral and someone gave them an advertisement offer. Like, if we know you're juggalos, you're going to put these stickers on the baby's coffin. Like, we'll pay for your funeral. Okay, sure. Don't be poor. That sucks. Like,
Yeah.
like, if you had the option to not pay for a funeral, you would choose not to.
Yeah.
I would.
But also, like, I have a feeling
That was a conscious decision.
that
on
they
their part.
actively chose to do this.
it's like getting flame. It's like getting like race car flames painted on your coffin.
I want to go fast, Mom.
Well, I'll have race car flames painted on my coffin because it's going to be launched out of a trebuchet into the side of a mountain.
Can it have a shitty aftermarket spoiler on
Little
it?
did we know Dan was alive during this process.
And as with all fandoms,
Yeah.
you
There's
only tend, if you're not a part of the fandom, you only tend to see the loudest members of it.
Always.
And the loudest members of it are always the worst representation of the fandom.
And I'm sure there are plenty of decent supportive juggalos out there.
Yeah, I've met some decent supportive juggalos, but I've also met some juggalos at like 2:00 in the morning at Walmart,
Shit, man.
whooping all over the place.
My buddy Matty, the bass player for Psychostick, absolutely identifies as a juggalo, and he's one of the sweetest dudes that you will ever meet. He's a super fucking cool dude.
Yeah, I mean, there is no one group of people who is all bad. Well, except for
Nazis?
Yeah, Nazis and the KKK and like
Nazis and people that talk during movies. That's me.
Yeah. I always want to say that, but then I remember there are certain groups who just like exist to be bad.
We're not counting hate groups.
Yeah, juggalos aren't a hate group, so it's cool.
They're technically classified as one.
No, they aren't.
I thought they were.
They were never
not a
classified as a hate group.
They were classified as a
briefly
gang.
classified as a gang,
Gang.
and they are not classified as a gang anymore.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of sweaty clowns.
Really quick. I am so sorry. I'm going to pee my pants.
This intermission brought to you by Topless Robot branded pads.
Sorry.
It's the anniversary podcast, and you just hit Dan in the face with the mic.
Can't even hold your bladder for 12 seconds.
Man, that child, I swear.
That boy.
Honey child.
He didn't hit me with the mic, but he did move my microphone.
He did.
And my agent was not here to move it, so I just had to do it myself.
That's inexcusable.
You know,
He'll
that's
hear.
a breach
He's
of
going to get a phone call
contract.
and a bill in the mail. The phone call will also come in the mail.
I wish we could reveal that this is actually a set somewhere in Los Angeles.
You know, and we're getting pretty close to the end of the podcast here.
Yeah, we are.
We should probably just end it while he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, why not? Do we have anything to go out on?
No, I don't think so. To another year, gents.
Most
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely. Here's hoping that it's going to be another awesome year with more awesome things to come. I wish I could think of a better descriptor than awesome.
Really, really cool.
Here's to another excellent year with
Yeah.
a bunch of mind-blowing things to come.
Radical.
All right.
Not a flying toy.
Cool.
All right.
Podcast launcher.
Cheers, gents.
Cheers.
No.
We can't really end the podcast.
No, absolutely not.
We can't?
No. Not without time.
We tried. I tried.
Keep that door open. You fuckers always close that goddamn door, and the cat needs to poop. There.
This radio silence brought to you by Tyler's Forgetfulness.
Shame.
I am so sorry.
Shame.
I was either going to sit there doing the potty dance for the entire yes, I deserve that.
Well, see, I tried to end the podcast without you here. They wouldn't let me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Actually, we were all on board.
Yeah. So
Dan's just taking
the credits are
blame.
rolling right now, actually. So
I know that guy. That guy too.
But we are, as I said while you were in the bathroom, coming to the end of the podcast. I want to thank you guys for agreeing to fucking, when I said, hey, let's do a podcast, agreeing to do that. And, I feel super fortunate to have the support of you guys and everyone who has helped out with Topless Robot over the past year, and everyone who's committed to do so in the future. I'm super lucky to have animated opinions on the network and to have had the opportunity to do more episodes of Cosmic Love and re-release the first season of Cosmic Love. And, it's been a hell of a year. And I cannot wait to see what the next year holds. So,
Yeah,
thanks
man.
for fucking humoring my fever dream.
I just
I
wanted
want to thank you guys for approaching me when I was very drunk on a Thanksgiving night
it was on Thanksgiving.
to ask me to come record with you. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, let's do it.
Thank you, Ryan, for making this happen. Without you, this would not be a thing. Obviously.
then thanks for booking my band.
Right?
This is how I got here in the first place.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Ryan who buys all of the equipment.
Yeah, for real. And it does a lot of work editing and making sure this stuff gets out on time. And because it's something that I don't know how to do. I know I can make fart jokes and occasionally say something smart.
And talk about books.
Yeah. And have a book that is relevant to any conversation on him at any given point in time.
What's he got?
What does he have?
This empty notebook that will be filled with the memories of the following year. Don't look.
It's not empty.
Completely empty.
And
There's
this, and this business card that just says www.thetorsoboy.com.
On that very disappointing note,
Seriously though, Ryan, thank you. This has been such a fun year. I'm very happy to be a part of this.
Yep.
Well, here's to many more years of doing exactly this and only no.
we will
And not
never change
growing
or
whatsoever.
expand.
Making the same shitty jokes week in and week out. Rocket launcher!
And to you, our viewers and listeners, thank you for watching or not watching or whatever. It's,
Watching, listening, casually not listening.
putting us on while you poop or
Make
or
love to your significant other.
pretend
your
that you're
homework.
working, or making love to your significant other.
Making love to yourself.
Yeah, who knows?
Making love to that cheeseburger.
We're not judging.
Hey man, if you were able to love yourself, I'm envious of you.
Thank you so much for watching and or listening for this the past year. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Are we in a time loop?
Are we in a time loop?
We're in a time loop.
Are we in a time loop?
We're in a time loop.
Are we in a time loop?
We're in a time loop.
Are we in a time loop?
We are definitely in a time
We're in a time
loop.
loop?
Are we in a time loop?
Sometimes you have to sit if you wanna make a stand. Hate the shit, taking
again.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.